There is also the message which came through when I did the Blues Alchemy reading I put it on my Instagram page, and Three of Swords. It's like there's a need to not deny, or there's a need to not deny how hard, how difficult, how brutal, how painful, how even harmful this process can feel or be, by giving it meaning. So, it's like, oh, I went through this terrible thing, but it was for my growth. I feel like there's a really important message right now, is to not sanitize the darkness into something that is for your good. I feel with the message with the Six of Cups and the King of Cups is that you are good, is the message. That is distinct from saying that what is happening to you is for your good. It's not the same thing. You are good, or you come from something good. You are born of good. The source, the soul family that you belong to is good, but it does not mean that what is happening right now is for your good. Yeah, I feel like there's a need to acknowledge that it's actually not. You have the Page of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune and the Star card. I feel called to leave the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The message here is that if we hold the message that what is happening to us right now, particularly the darkness that we're experiencing, is for our good, then ultimately we don't, how can I put it? It's like the cycle doesn't change. Because we almost set the conditions that is what we want to heal, grow, create, and be nourished under. So I know you can't see these cards very well, but the Star card, that doesn't matter, I'll talk to you about what it says. But if we believe that the darkness is for our good, then we're consenting to being in darkness for the sake of that. See it almost a bit like enrolling in a university course or program. It's like you're setting the conditions or the lessons you want to learn. The things that are happening to you right now, for many of you, are beyond your control, and they aren't things that you chose, asked for, signed up for, or consented to. They are. And if you misunderstand them as like part of your training program, then you almost like sign up for that course. And what if that course is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years? Because the truth is, ultimately, you can learn from anything. But there's like a biblical scripture, a saying given to Paul, that is something to the nature of like, all things are permissible, but are they all expedient? Which is that anything can happen, or you can do anything, but really, is everything beneficial? Should you do everything? And so yes, you can learn through this pain and this burial and this, you can learn through it, but should you have to? So it's really important right now not to internalize this as for your good, as part of this message that is coming through. Okay. Can you talk to us about the 10 of Pentacles, please? Also, you'll notice I've stopped sharing the full-length reading to YouTube, because what's happening is that the messages are becoming tighter and tighter and more deeply, they're so deeply tailored to community that they just, I don't feel like they're safe. Obviously they're safe for you all, but I don't feel like it's safe to put out certain messages without the infrastructure, the framework, and the healing communities to work through that energy. So it's like, you can't give people a diagnosis, or shouldn't really give people a diagnosis, without also giving them the healing methodologies or the access to healthcare. And there's something about the messages that are coming through for us and the level that they're hitting, that's just not a message that is for a big, broad, general collective. So I've stopped doing that. I will continue to share kind of 10-minute clips online, so people can still get a sense of the energy and the conversations that are happening here, and can recognize soul family, but I can't put these entire messages out. That's not what Spirit wants from me or for us. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles is coming up as family feud. I want to clarify some of these cards. There's like disappointment that's creating deep, deep, deep conflict. For back to this, your heart is not in it message. Being overburdened. Having clarity or vision of what should be taking place. Ten of Pentacles was the card that came out with the Lover's energy, but I mean, we're not there, let's be honest. This doesn't even relate to our community because our community showed up as Three of Cups in the work that we're doing together, but this Ten of Pentacles is the journey that we're taking or what we should be experiencing, right? Or what it is that the heart desires, wants to create or experience. But we've got, like I said, family feud. We've got the Five of Swords. Discord, arguments, challenge, conflict, not being on the same page, also a lot of wounding. But underneath what is creating these fissures is disappointment, is that feeling that the expectations are not being met, emotional needs are not being met, that everybody is not getting what they want, either from the person involved, the family member or the relationship or the friend or the career situation specifically, or a general disappointment that is stemming from other places that then overflows or impacts that relationship. You know, it's just like, so you know I'm talking about when I'm saying the overflow. It's like being deeply dissatisfied, disappointed, dejected in some area of your life makes you less willing or gives you less grace in others. With the Empress here, there is like real clarity about what should be happening, what the ideal is, what the goal is, what the vision is, what the desire is, and actually also what can be done to work on it. So it might be that you really know that in terms of your relationships, there are like really small things or simple expectations that you might have of certain people that you think could, you know, put the relationship in good track or whatever it is. It's like, you know, it could just be like, I just want you to pick up the kids at this time on this day, once a month or what, every weekend or whatever. And just do that. Like, you know, it's just like you feel like there's just really simple solutions that can make this family or this situation or this friendship or whatever it is like function better, be more harmonious for everyone involved. But it's not happening. The King of Swords is here. Something is not being worked on, or some future, the judgment about what needs to be happening is blocked. It's not happening. It's not going. The things that need to be done, it's not that. Also, it's interesting because you have the Empress, but the Empress is matched with the King of Swords, not the Emperor here. So it's almost like there's an imbalance in terms of like experience or breadth of energy, really. Because with the King energy, particularly King of Swords, this is someone that is ruling from the mind, the mental space, like really thinking from the practical, logical, material space. The Empress can see all aspects, because really for me the Empress is the fruition of all four queens, and so therefore would include the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Empress holds practical knowledge, but kind of like can sit or be in as like a, I was gonna say circus, but like whatever the circular or turning perspective can be, all faces basically, can be multiple faces. The King of Swords is mastering only one, and because of that, it's like there's a mismatch here, and it is creating this block or this devil energy. And so what came from that afterwards was the Ten of Wands, burdens. It means that somebody here is carrying more than their fair share, and more than likely the Empress. And so it's the Six of Swords and the Seven of Wands, like moving forward, but the energy and the effort that it takes to push this boat is almost like double or triple what it should be or what you even feel able to, hence the heaviness. And again, hence this, your heart is not in it, because the heart is sorrowful, almost unwilling, I feel. At this juncture, the heart is unwilling to be more than its capacity. So, you know, like it might be used to, you know, beating the blood around a single body, and it feels like you're hooked up to multiple and you're responsible for kind of like this whole blood circulation system for a city, it feels almost like. And the heart is just like, look, this is more than I can do. And I'm just not willing anymore. There is a giving up in the heart space.